Hi, I'm Toby Hodges and this is the Contest 50 CS. Now hopefully you saw our extended 2-day trial aboard the 49 CS earlier this year in very different conditions, in very strong winds and big seas off Holland. Now we're off La Rochelle in very different conditions, but it's a good chance to see what this is like under sail and explore the key difference between that 49 CS and this 50 CS. One boat, two very different layouts. Let's look aboard. So see how neat that system is. Remote control on that powered Code Zero pad eye. So you can set this helix, north sails, code sail easily with one person, the push of a button, just trimming the sheet in there to the primary. Really nice option to have for enjoying these lighter winds and being able to do so easily short-handed. So you might be able to tell from here, it's a distinctly different experience from when we sailed the 49 in terms of conditions. Flat water, very light winds. We've got about 5 knots of breeze really, true wind, and we have been for the last hour or so sailing with this Code Zero at matching those speeds or even exceeding them. So with sort of 7.5 knots apparent, we're making about 5.5 knots, and that's a big difference because especially for people that sail in light wind areas, summer sailing, med sailing, wherever it is, you're sailing a big 50-foot luxury cruising yacht like this, and you can still go out and enjoy the sailing in these conditions rather than having to resort to the motor. I'm not taking you on a full tour of this boat. There is a half an hour or so video on the 49. It's all the same, but I will show you some key differences. And just while we are up on deck, so this has been our weapon of choice today, this helix, which means the structure is built into that forward part of the sail, and this one has a top-down furling mechanism on it. So you press a button from the cockpit, powers that pad eye, furls it from the top down. It's nice and simple. So Marcel, now on the helm, can pretty much set and trim this sail by himself. And certainly, as we've needed to get into shallow areas, we just end up furling that, tacking the boat, coming away and using this sail again. S-Tech decking standard now for contest, so composite decking rather than teak. Looks really nice, and another difference of this over the 49. The 49 has a tender garage because the aft with the owner's cabin forward, which means on this one with the owner's cabin aft, this whole aft deck area is slightly higher. So you have these wells in here for the helmsman, but you can see with that bridge deck part there, it's to give that space and that headroom, which is continued all the way aft. And then you have this opening platform here, and you can have an aft looking window from the owner's cabin to look out of that. And they describe this cockpit setup as a hybrid one because your traditional center cockpit cruisers have the wheel in that center cockpit, but here you get the benefit of sailing from out of the cockpit and seeing your sails from outboard here, but you still get a deep central cockpit area, and it's big as well. Nice, big, deep, protected central cockpit. Milking it all the way into the harbour. Lovely. So that's the quiet noise there of the powered fat pad eye on the bowsprit. There you can see the sail. It's just starting to furl from the top down. keeping some pressure in the sheet so we don't fall off too much, because we need to stay in the channel here. But it's a good example of how, you know, this sail, which I think it's got to be the first real option you tick on the box, because it allows you to do this, allows you to sail in these types of conditions and keep the sail up for as long as possible before that motor has to go on. It's a lovely, naturally bright light raised saloon area. And as I say, I'm not going to point out all the detail, because you can watch the 49 video for that. The main differences here, well, this owner's chosen the darker wood trim as well, which does make a difference with these light grey soles. But here is what is going to make the customers choose this 50 over the 49. So that is a massive aft owner's suite. Really good headroom here, I'm guessing about 7 foot there, and that's what I mean, that bridge deck there, and that keeping that height all the way aft helps provide that. There's good ventilation coming through here from the cockpit, and extra hatches each side, and this owner didn't go for that aft facing window, which the Contest 55 has. But I mean, this is, in terms of the cabin space and volume and stuff, is pretty similar to the 55. I mean, I think this is the same heads and shower area, which is really very generous indeed, with big walk-in door access to the engine room there. And then the other difference, obviously, is further forward here. So instead of having the master cabin, this one has a VIP forward and a bunk cabin, so you lose that storage area there, because this is now the heads and shower. And this one has a Pullman, albeit a good size one, good family cabin in that. And yeah, VIP double up here, and again the headroom is really quite a standout feature up here. You can see that from the outside, very high freeboard boat, but loads of natural light coming down through those deck hatches and through those hull windows there. And then these two cabins sharing this heads and separate shower compartment area there. And we are still ghosting along nicely under sail here as we approach back into La Rochelle. You see how quiet it is, so much nicer being under sail. And you'll see how quiet this boat is again if you look at the video on the 49CS in really rough weather, and yet it's still nice and quiet below, no creaking of structures, etc. Hope you like the quick tour, quick sail tour. Do watch the other video. This one's just for our European Yacht of the Year trials, but really good chance to see the differences in the layout of the boat and how this 50-foot luxury cruiser sails in light breeze as well. See you next time.